still works, for now. So we have to be prepared.
Evening.
Bank robberies. Ashta. Haven't had a quiet day in a month of Mondays. But if you ask me, a little noise ain't a bad thing. Yeah, not sure what's gotten into folks lately. Like there's some kind of bad juju in the air. In Aquila, there's always something, but it's all good fun if you ask me. Now, the Colony War, that was bad as all get out. But we're past that now. Anyway, I don't want to talk your ear off, seeing as we just met. Tell me what's on your mind. Andy Harvey said that? Well, he told you no lies. I know where all the best game is. In fact, I'm hunting a big one right now. You want to come with? Then let's go get it.
Chunks will take years off your life, I'm telling you. I ate some once and was sick for a week.
If I get called on one more drunken disorderly.
Blowing off some steam? What does your scanner reveal? Quiet. Did you hear that?
That looks like a damn good piece of meat. If Harb can't make magic out of that, he's got no business carrying a wand. Meat's meat at the end of the day. Slather it up in enough sauce and it'll be fine. But I best be heading back to town. I take it Harb wants me to eat this thing he's cooking up too. That sounds fancy. I'm gonna have to get all gussied up for this one. I got some errands to run, but you tell Harb not to serve that food until I'm at the table. See you there.
Oh, hey, can I help you? What? I think you have some bad information. I hope it's a fine. I could pay a fine, you know, I can do that. Wow, never even thought about that possibility. Do I look like a fool? You'll just kill me when I give up! Money does fix a lot of problems, doesn't it? Fine, come along. Can't wait for my lawyer to hear about this. Don't kill me. I've surrendered. Move from this location.
Yes?
I promise.
If there's anything you need, I am happy to share. Goodbye.
How long will it take for them to pick me up and take me to jail or wherever? Move from this location. I promise.
Never ever go outside the city walls after sundown. Gosh, there are more
Yes, Aggies. I have spent far too much time here. I do not recommend it.
Things are always rough here in the stretch. People just want to live. What do you want? Can't you go bother somebody else?
While I got you here, I did want to say something.
Harb? Well then, that's different. What does he want?
Giving me this chance. Thank you for that.
Well, you proved your worth, son.
Well, I haven't made a run to Paradiso in weeks, so I've only got one bottle left. But if it's for Harb, maybe I'll make an exception. How about this? I'll give you the vinegar and whatever spices you need. But you gotta do a favor for me. Cool. Job isn't hard, but it'll take some finesse. So, a couple nights ago, security confiscated my goods. They accused me of smuggling contraband. Before they brought me in, though, I stashed something important in the porta-potty behind Aggie's. Only problem is, I left the key to the box in the cell. The guard and I have history. I used to run with a rough crowd. Was what you might call a delinquent. I'm a different man now, but security, they don't ever let you forget who you were. Cool. The guards usually leave empty cells open, so just walk in, grab it, and bring it back to me.
Can hardly walk 2 steps without running into a bar.
I went through a brief period where I thought it might be exciting to be a professional Ashta hunter. A very, very brief period.
The lowlifes in the stretch just get worse and worse.
Nobody in here right now.
Cool. Cool. I appreciate you not looking in the box. Real professional. You can give this to Harp. It's pretty good stuff, so he has no excuses. Tell him I'll be there for the dinner, too. Can't wait to see what he cooks up.
Don't go believing everything you hear about me, Nash. Most of it, sure, but maybe not that much.
While I got you here, I did want to say something. I ain't the best at expressing gratitude, but it really means a lot. You giving me this chance.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
you earned that trust.
Well, you've proved your worth.
It's baby formula.
Stick around a little while.
Not what you thought it
As
was,
long as you don't
was
keep
it?
getting too mushy on me, that is.
Not a chance.
Yeah, I probably have the worried father look all over my face, huh? My girlfriend's father works in Freestar Security. Given my rap sheet, safe to say he doesn't approve of our relationship. If he saw the formula, it wouldn't take a detective to put 2 and 2 together. And knowing him, the first thing he'd do is lock me up. It's not that simple. He's busted me on a few occasions. And her ex, he's a member of the guard. So in his eyes, I'm not only a junkie, but I'm a homewrecker too. Meanwhile, her ex can do no wrong, even though he's done plenty. We were both staying at the Low House. She was 2 months pregnant at the time and just got out of a rough situation with her ex. I had just gotten clean. We talked about our problems, our hopes, our dreams, all the way until the sun came up. Then we went to Aggie's for breakfast. Best meal of my life. You know, sometimes something just feels right from the get-go, like it all just clicks. That was me and Sadie. I'm not real handy, and Harb's always helped me out when I needed it. I guess you can say I owe him one. Don't tell anyone about our business.
If more and more people flock to the Freestar Collective, does that not just make it more like the United Colonies?
Ah, you're back. Did you get everything on the list? Great. I had some issues with the stove, worn out burner element, but I replaced it and rewired the connection, good as new. Well, I've always had the talent to be a handyman. Fixing stuff just comes easy to me. I spent so much time on the stove, I didn't have time to clean. Do you think you can help me while I cook? You're a lifesaver. There's some boxes and wrappers scattered along the floor, and some mud that I might have tracked into the restroom. But it's not much, I promise. Now let's see. How did this go again? Oh, I have these notes on how to cook this thing, but my handwriting is atrocious. Oh, I just cut my hand. Not a good start. Why is this so much harder than I remember? The place is looking amazing. Coming along better than this Vindaloo anyway. Oh, and if you don't mind, can you set up the rug? It's in the crate in the corner. The rug really ties the room together. I just need one more thing. Grab the plates off the counter and set the table. With a little luck, a little elbow grease, we can get this place looking good again. Okay, place is clean and table set. The Vindaloo is also just about ready. This is it. The moment of truth. And there. The guests should be coming any second now. Oh, my heart feels like a clump of sheets in a washing machine. Oh, and if you want to sneak a taste of the Vindaloo, I'll leave a sample on the counter.
Did I hear someone say Vindaloo?
It'll be good to hear what all the fuss is about.
Smells good, anyway.
Friends, have a seat. My home is your home. Tonight, we will be having Ashta Vindaloo, paired with a Malbec wine, which Anandita has so graciously brought. I'm plating it now, and I will serve it shortly.
Well, I'm holding you to my Nani's standard, so you better not disappoint. But if you do, I brought a second bottle, just in case.
Have a little faith in Harvey. He's a talented man.
I grew up on Vindaloo, and Harb hasn't touched a cookpot in years. My standards are high and my expectations low.
Well, I appreciate the honesty.
I'm just ready to eat. Haven't had a bite all day.
Of course. I was just about to say, if everyone can be seated, the dish should be ready to serve. Even though I prepared it, since all of us contributed to this meal, in my mind, we cooked it all together.
Oh, I'm gonna have fun eating Bubba. I've been hunting that animal for years.
The ingredients I got are pretty high-end stuff, too.
And the wine, of course, is flawless.
Well, before you eat, I just want to thank all of you for coming and sharing in this adventure. 20 years ago, I decided to give up my dreams of becoming a chef to serve my community. Today, I hope to take my first step towards rediscovering that dream. Bon appetit.
Cheers!
Well said.
So, how is it? Please, be as frank and honest as possible.
I think mine might be lacking some flavor. You sure you put enough spice in this thing?
Huh. That's odd. I followed my old recipe to the T.
I don't know then.
Anandita, what do you think?
You don't want to know my opinion.
Please? I need honest feedback.
Very well. Forget my Nani's Vindaloo. You have a ways to go before this is even takeout quality.
Really? There's no way.
I'm sorry, Harvajan. It is.
Can someone pass the salt?
It doesn't seem to be going too well. Have you tried it? What do you think? It's that bad, huh? Oh, I was afraid of that. If I have this little feel for it, I'm beginning to wonder if this was a mistake.
Harb, this dinner was many things, but it was not a mistake.
So I have some potential.
No, you don't. But that's not why we're here.
I'm not sure I follow.
Harvey, your meat might be tough, but you know what's tougher? The canvas tents you made me for camping. I got stuck out in a storm one night with gale force winds. Normal tent would have blown right off, but yours held.
I remember when I was struggling to get by, I couldn't afford to get my apartment fixed. Harbajan offered to remodel and fix my entire apartment at a cost I could afford. Those savings allowed me to gather enough creds to start my own company. The rest is history.
I never told anyone, but Harb's the reason I'm clean. I was in a bad spot at the time. Strung out, doing more chems than I knew I could handle. I don't remember much from that day. Just my mind blurring out, losing focus. Then I hear this knock on my door. I thought it was death. Turned out it was Harb, coming to fix the heater. He called a medic and stayed with me the whole time. Even through my rehab, he'd stop by and make sure I was okay.
I was just doing what anyone would in my position.
No, what you did for me was more than anyone had ever done. Now I'm clean. I met the love of my life and got a little one on the way.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say a damn thing. We're all just thankful for you, Harb.
Exactly. So you're a shit cook. Who cares? Half the chefs in New Atlantis can lay claim to that title. What matters is that you're a wonderful person and a friend.
Amen to that. And you're a genius with a wrench.
Fixed me and my heater. Didn't even charge.
Oh, you guys.
And this isn't to say you can't get better. Work on it. Cook every day if you like. The results will show.
Exactly.
Thank you. It means a lot to hear you all say that. It's funny. I very much wanted this dinner to go well. And it has. But not for the reasons I expected. And yes, I'll keep at it. I don't know if anything will come of it, but no matter where this journey takes me, I'm grateful for all of you. Of course, there is one small matter we still need to address. I brought you all here. You all must be starved, and there's nothing to eat.
We have plenty of wine and good company. Why don't we just drink?
Sounds like a plan. A toast to the best handyman in all of Aquila.
To Harb.
To Harb.
To Harb.
So, I guess I'm not cut out to be a chef after all. It's kind of a relief, actually. I don't have to look back wondering what if. But even if I had the talent for it, I'm happy with the choice I made. To have friends like these, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Yes. In hindsight, it was foolish to think I could become a world-class chef in a day. But knowing I'm still a novice, now I can start again from the beginning without any pressure. I appreciate the encouragement, but it's no longer the same dream. I'm going to continue cooking with a new goal in mind. I don't care anymore about becoming a world-class chef. What I want is to make a vindaloo my friends will enjoy. When that day comes, I want you to be there as well, because when I think of friends, I count you among them.
Sorry if I overshared back there. Didn't mean to.
Things seems to be where we left it.
Engine's ready. Waiting on your word, Captain.
So, Miss Stay Up Late reading under the covers. Did you learn anything new from your book last night?
Don't pretend to be mad at me. I know you aren't really. Orbital pattern locked in. I learned that back on Earth, people used to use the stars to navigate. That's so cool. But I guess it only worked because they just lived on one planet. And that sounds boring.
Remind me one of these days to tell you the tale of a certain Solomon Coe, and where his stargazing landed him. Another jump down. Take that, Dad.
Landing gear. Check. Thrusters. Check. Excite. Clear.
Captain, greetings.
We try to stay out of the guest way, but we are always here if needed.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Tsukiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so? Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. It bears no discernible markings or allegiances to any manufacturers we're aware of. I'm hoping that doesn't mean we're dealing with some sort of new deep space threat. Not quite. It took some time, but we received a transmission. It was all, pardon the phrasing, it sounded almost alien, like nothing anyone's heard before. Clicks, distorted groans, buzzing, really disturbing sounds. Now, one of our engineers says it could just be some busted comm equipment or incompatible signals, but we're not sure. So far, no one's disembarked from the ship. No landing craft, nothing. We don't have the staff or ships to spare, otherwise we'd dock with it and attempt to board. Can't say for sure. Looks worn, but not cobbled together like a Crimson Fleet junker. Others have been saying it's some new Varun design, a gigantic battleship with hidden armaments preparing for assault, but that doesn't check out either. There's also been talk about non-human sentient life. The comms data we received might support that, but humanity's spread far and wide and no one's ever encountered anything like that. Still, first contact. Could you imagine? It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board. As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
Assuming all systems are nominal, we are ready to depart.
Insertion done. Time to dance among the stars.
pressure normalized, and we're docked.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
Remain calm. There's no reason to suspect whatever it is hostile. You're... human? Oh, pardon my ignorance. We just didn't expect to find people out here. We didn't think anyone else left Earth before us.
You thought you were the only ones? I am afraid you have been unaware of a great many things.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to answer as best I can. It's a colony ship. It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of years in space through generations of travelers. It's sturdy, fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew. You've come aboard the Earth colony ship, Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago. I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others. We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first. Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous. We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans. Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still unable to communicate our intentions. As soon as we discovered them, we fully expected negotiations would be necessary. Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. da Costa, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am. For security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened.
Never seen a ship like
he gathered the
yours before.
best and brightest
Then
he could
again,
find,
I haven't seen any
built
ships
the
before you
Constant,
arrived.
and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Just stay out of trouble.
So, here we are.
I am both shocked and impressed that all of this is still functional.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it. I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly. A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you? Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such, but initially I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there. We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world. I'm serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it. But as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and give it your all, for the sake of some very weary travelers who have come a very long way to be here. Thank you.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. You don't need to see what it can do.
Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship. Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out. We got strict rules around here. They're strict for a reason.
Here, what will be our next course of action?
Docking complete, Captain.
Hello, and welcome back. Mr. Tofik, I am aware that this is your 8th visit to our resort.
Some of our guests think everything is complimentary.
I do not care what terminology they use. This still smells like it chunks.
Hello. Welcome to Chunks. If this is your first time dining with us at this location, you'll find our cuisine and service is a step above what you're used to. Please, don't hesitate to ask if there's anything I can do to make your Chunks experience as enjoyable as possible. Yeah, I know. It seems ridiculous, especially since most of the food is the same old Chunks as anywhere else. But people here really seem to like it. Honestly, what else do you want me to say? This is my employer and they treat me well enough. So please, enjoy some gourmet Chunks. Sure. What can I get for you? Thanks for visiting Chunks.
You sure you belong here?
I cannot recall ever having the time, let alone the funds, for a vacation someplace like this.
They know to stay away for the most part.
One of these days, I'd love to experience this resort the way our guests do.
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment? Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? What I could tell you would get me in a lot of trouble. Most of them are typical sea-level execs. I doubt you even need to use your imagination for that. The ones that show up to work day to day, at least. I swear, I've never even met some of them, because they chill at their own private, secluded beach homes all the time. Anyway, be smart around Oliver. He's got a way of getting what he wants without you realizing it. And that's all I'll say. Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
Enjoy your stay, knowing you're in our capable hands.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our amenities.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely what we bring to the table. Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Neon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Belom's right.
Thank you.
We don't want to compete with Neon. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said, I think there's a middle ground. Maybe build up the beachfront at a boardwalk amusement park. I've had this idea to build artificial hot springs, that sort of thing.
Sounds good. I'll look into what that will cost us and we can circle back around to this.
We'll make some time for you, but keep it quick, yeah? I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! We run a premier resort getaway here. We can't have our guests concocting stories about some podgy old ship hanging around up there. As it is, we've had to reroute our luxury liners round the other side of the planet on entry so no one sees it. It's bad for business. We need to nip this in the bud and take care of it before the tourists catch on and cause a scene. We're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about? That's so. I imagine some sort of old pre-collapse colony ship thinking they've got a claim here. Well, they don't. And that ship's presence is bad for business. We need it to bugger off ASAP. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grab drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? Good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck!
They deserve a renewed chance to decide their own fates. That is the right thing to do.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
Just doing my part to make sure Paradiso remains a paradise.
Don't worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
Someone put up Keats' drawings in the staff lodging. Not sure where they came from. Every day's nice around here. But I think you call us one of the nicest.
I can see why this location was chosen for a resort. Very nice.
Orders, Captain.
Engines firing. Here we go.
There. Stable already achieved, like a toy sailboat released into a calm pond.
Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right place.
Space our collective space. Hold while we scan your ship. You're good to go. All clear to land.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Excuse me.
A fair amount of business runs through Hopetown, and from what I understand, most of it is legal.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
I have never liked Hoptech ships, though I suppose that is hardly the point of them.
Needs enough capacity for the whole ship. Oh, hello. Someone worth paying attention to. Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time. Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape, too. Parts not cheap, though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor, and it's yours. It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are. True, I keep telling myself I'm holding on to it for the right time. Perhaps this is that right time. Yeah, I hope so. Maybe it is selfish of me to demand such a price. Tell you what, sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the pod for free, I won't charge you for the work. You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
We'd be dust, except for the factory.
Ron hopes the best thing that happened to us.
Excuse me.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Lifting off now. Achieving orbit now. Jump. Nice work.
Docking at 90%. 95%, and done.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Never seen a ship like yours before. But then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived. Keeping a 200-year-old ship running is no easy task. I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster-than-light travel and eclipse our poor old ship? Oh! I've heard of this technology, but always believed it was theoretical in nature. Maybe we can talk about it in more detail later. I'm sure you have more pressing matters to handle. I've waited this long. What's a little longer, eh? Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today. Yes, of course. Anything for my new friend. What grab drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here. Ready to get to work? Great, great, great! There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's hop to it!
What else is out there?
Looks like everything is good to go on both your end and mine. Can you go inform the captain while they're finishing the installation? Thanks.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason. Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting from here on out.
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down. Well, well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now, thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done. Without you, we'd most likely be stuck. But you went above and beyond. I'll make sure people tell tales of your generosity for as long as our society lives. I don't know if we can ever fully repay you. Thank you again.
Lucky we're under orders not to escort you right off this ship.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Now that we know there are other people out there, we need to be more prepared for trouble. Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean
Any adventure you can fly away from.
How you doing, Sweet Pea?
Well, releasing okay, ship from dock.
But I'd be a lot better
Done.
if...
We're now free.
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger...
It's my pleasure to make sure our guests are happy.
Enjoy your stay, knowing you're in our capable hands.
I shouldn't be telling you this, but don't order the 6 prawns alive.
You lost. Don't even think about trying anything. No loitering. Now move it.
Welcome. Have a look. If something catches your eye, let me know. See ya.
Hydrocarbons in abundance. Let us see how they have arranged themselves.
Don't worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
We try to stay out of our guests' way, but we're always here feeding.
I got my eye on you. Can I help you? I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not big on doing favors for people I don't know. If saving your job requires a security keycard, I think you've got bigger problems. I thought I made myself clear. I'm not giving you my card. It'll take more than being well-dressed to convince me. What did I do to deserve this? Well, you certainly look like an authority figure. Fine. The key is yours. Just remember to bring it back, or I'm reporting you.
Paradiso Security's only here for your safety. Pretend we're not even here.
Some of our guests think everything is going.
In the interior of this ship, comforting.
Struts retracting. Let's get out of here.
Pumping retros. Orbit achieved. Stabilizing. Done.
You know my great-grandpappy
Welcome
made
to the
that
Three
sound,
Star
right?
Collective. Please maintain your current course
We're here.
while we scan your ship. And that's it. Enjoy Neon.
You don't need to wear your helmet on
And accessories for all your hectic needs. Because everything.
Thanks again for your assistance. I trust you'll be discreet.
Hey there. Got that key card for me? Now we're talking. Not bad for a novice. I think you're ready to kick things up a notch, and your timing couldn't be better. Good. It's time for a change of pace. This next assignment requires a bit more discretion for 2 reasons. First, you'll be dealing with high-level executives, and second, you'll be in the Astra Lounge here in Neon.
I suspect a great many things could occur in the Astra Lounge without anyone taking notice.
The assignment is pretty easy. Our techs failed to uncover a potential deal between Infinity Ltd. And Quantum Synergies. Your job is to make sure that deal fails. That's what we're hoping for. You'll be speaking with Quantum Synergy's Executive Director Zola Adisa and their Financial Manager Arthur Cruz. I'll be giving you a dossier on both. I strongly suggest you read them for talking points. Exactly. Those lines are most likely to sway Zola and Arthur away from Infinity, not to mention give them a gentle nudge in our direction. The Infinity Ltd. rep is Nina Hart. I'll also be giving you an altered version of her presentation to swap out with the original. We've changed several figures, just enough to cause sufficient confusion throughout their meeting. Whenever executives are faced with numbers that don't properly match up, any faith they may have had will falter. Finally, I recommend dressing appropriately, so I've taken the liberty of having a suit made for you. We need absolute discretion on this one. I don't want any SSNN broadcasts about murder in the Astral Lounge. Got it? I bet you are. Just remember to keep a low profile. Don't let the Astral Lounge distract you too much.
My next assignment can't start soon enough.
sophistication and space. The perfect marriage. Pick me up? The Terra room, we've got you covered. You're back
You wanna
your
pick a
own
fight
way,
with me?
on your own time.
Finally reached
Galvin,
destination
where you're
after
headed.
generations of
Scram,
traveling
I'm on
some way.
duty.
After
I know your type. The freewheel and space ace. Must be nice.
You good?
This place is insane!
Someone came dressed to impress. Here on business, or just out to escape? Ah, same here. Nothing like a business trip paid in full, especially when there's good downtime. Ryujin Industries. A good guess since we are here in Neon, but no. Infinity Ltd. Risky, you say? By all means, enlighten me. Cheap is a word quantum synergy should never be associated with. I believed our team had thoroughly researched Infinity, but your comment gives me pause. Their instability was cited as a pain point, but one we could deal with as long as we maintained control of all joint projects. However, upheaval always comes with its own series of issues, delays, morale, public perception, and Drexler has yet to prove he can provide the consistency that I would prefer. Perhaps it really is more than I'm willing to undertake. A surprising conversation, and one I would never expect from someone such as yourself. I suppose the old saying, never judge a book by its cover, is appropriate here. It seems I have quite a bit to reconsider now. So it looks like the pleasure aspect of my trip needs to be postponed. Thank you for the insight.
All these years, and Bayou hasn't let this place slip a single notch. The man knows how to run a business. Well, I take that as a compliment. Coming from someone as well-dressed as yourself. You either got great taste, or great connections. Maybe even both. Tell me, you don't happen to work for Infinity Ltd, do you? Got something against Infinity, I take it. I'd love to hear your reasons why. That's an awfully big claim to make. You'd have to have some inside details on their operation. However, it does match some of my own research that I've been conducting into their finances. Aren't you the resourceful one? That number tracks with the insider details I've been getting. Interesting. Look, it was nice meeting you, and I quite enjoyed our little talk. But it sounds like I need to take another look at some data before I head into this presentation of theirs. See you around, and maybe next time I'll be doing business with you.
Don't make my job any harder.
Shame we cannot just break it open.
Not interested.
Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about them.
A haiku? Sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Switching over to standard engines. It's called Space.
Landing now.
Space is cold and dark. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Not bad. Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy with me?
I'll copy down too.
Another planet without native life. All we need to concern ourselves with then is other visitors.
Hi there. Howdy.
Apogee, surrounded by stars and the vastness of space.
You are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And we're done. Feel free to land.
Landing site is good to go.
Ready for takeoff in 3, 2, 1, go!
Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
Let's see what there is to see.
Approaching ship, you've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. All right?
Every smuggler I have ever worked with had a perverse affection for this place. I do not understand it.
Line of equipment and accessories for all your hectic needs. Because everything.
Thanks again for your assistance. I trust you'll be discreet.
Just the person I wanted to see. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? You're a natural. I'm not just saying that because I hired you. The Astral Lounge can be overwhelming for some, with all its bells and whistles. Tie that in with manipulating people who are the equivalent of their boss's boss, most junior-level ops would start to show their cracks. Overall, not bad for your first high-profile assignment. You even earned yourself a bonus, which Lyndon was more than happy to give.
It is good that our restraint is appreciated.
It's well-deserved. Just keep making me look good, and there'll be more where that came from. But no rest for the weary at Ryujin. We've got a decent backlog of assignments, and they just keep coming, so I hope you're still good to go. At least this next one will be a break from all the chatter. Your next assignment is to remind the competitor of their place in the corporate food chain. Some call it retaliation, but we like to think of it as tough love. Most corporations live and die by public perception. Trusted products lead to a good reputation, which leads to profits. And, like it or not, we're all here for the profits. Your assignment is to plant an ARC device. The ARC will allow us to frame our competitor for gross negligence and tank the public's perception. You're not wrong. Believe me, we don't take these assignments lightly. They're also one of few that Masako herself needs to sign off on, and only our most trusted operatives receive them. You just need to plant the ARC and avoid detection. Our technicians will handle the rest, and they're instructed to avoid as much harm as possible.
Just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
To be back in our own ship.
Engines purring. Let's do this. And we're back where we belong.
Tiny tin can of fragile humans has survived
Welcome to the
being
Star
hurled through
Collective.
space once
Please
more.
maintain your current course while we scan your ship. You're good to...
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Pardon.
Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't protect your own... We'd be dust, except for the factory.
That was quite a leap.
You ever check out the prices at Trident?
Off-worlders. Nothing ever good comes from them.
Just keep it holstered. We'll get along fine.
Workers like to play hard here. They deserve it.
Taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Time to leave this place behind.
This right here is my catnip. Orbit reached. Now, you're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words. You being nice to the crew, too?
Of course.
So this...
Don't you always say don't listen to rumors?
This is 3-star collective space. Hold while we scan your ship. All right.
Line of equipment and accessories for all your hectic needs. Package food.
Hey there. Got an update for me? Good work. Now I can let Masako know how much she'll enjoy watching the news tonight. Now, on to the next, right? Oh, but before I forget, the results of your Astral Lounge escapades are in. I'm happy to say that the deal was officially called off. Masako was very pleased with the outcome, so she arranged the bonus through Linden. Apparently you said all the right things when it came to Arthur. Quantum Synergies actually reached out to us to negotiate the potential deal. You earned it. So, back to business. In order to stay on top of the market, we have to know what our competition is doing. The next assignment requires a more brute force approach, since the chances of them sharing that information is unlikely. Good. Luckily, there aren't many, besides the usual. Your target is a prototype schematic for a new engine that Trident Luxury Lines is working on. According to the rumors, it's projected to be 17% more efficient than any engine on the market. The current schematic was sent to their star yard to begin prototyping, so they could be in the office area or the factory floor. You'll find the Trident Luxury Line star yard orbiting Aquila in the Cheyenne system. Remember, same rules apply. Don't get caught, and don't make a mess.